What's up, guys? Welcome back to The Mindful Spoon. I'm gonna be honest, I had a little bit of trouble trying to figure out exactly what I wanted to do for this video and kind of what I want to do for the next videos coming up. I don't know why I was on my tippy toes when I did that. Now I have to lower the camera. Hold on. Okay, so yes, I have been having issues trying to figure out exactly what type of content to put on this video or what type of content to give you guys for YouTube. So today, I know that you guys really like the recipes and I know you guys really like just really quick and easy ways to prepare meals. What I eat in a day with a history of gastritis and acid reflux and GERD. As you guys saw, one of the first things that I do is I drink water in the morning right before as I'm starting to cook up my breakfast. I am out of groceries, so I'm gonna have to do with what I have. And most of the things that I have are actually the things that I always eat anyways, like the same vegetables with the same mixes of proteins. But specifically today, I think I have some eggs and then some cauliflower and zucchini, so I'm gonna make like a scramble out of that for my breakfast. And I actually shot my lunch yesterday. Today is gonna be the day where I show you the breakfast, yesterday's lunch, and then today's dinner. Very simple stuff, guys, very quick and just things that you can get at any grocery store. I know sometimes I show just Trader Joe's, and I know Trader Joe's isn't everywhere, so I understand that it can be a little bit hard for some people to get specific things, but always generalize it and kind of make it to what works for you. My fridge is a complete mess right now. We have some eggs up here, and I feel like I have some zucchini in here. Yes, I do. I literally have like 1/3 of it. And some cauliflower. Okay, so I'm gonna cut the zucchini and the cauliflower. I cut them into pretty small pieces, and I think that's the first thing I put in the pan right before I put in the eggs because the eggs cook a little bit quicker. Part of my journey with healing my stomach issues is stress relief, and one of the things that really helps me lower my stress that I really noticed is exercising, doing some type of movement. When I have a lot of energy or pent up energy with me, I release it through movement, through physical exercise. And yesterday it was running. So I haven't ran in a long time. And as you guys probably don't know, in one of my past videos, I talked about how I did my first ever marathon. Well, I've actually done 2 now since then. And I was supposed to do my 3rd one, I think, in March. That didn't happen because I felt like I didn't have enough training, and I felt like it was just gonna hurt me more than it actually helped me in any way. So I ended up giving my ticket to a friend and they ran it, so it worked out, which is good. But what I wanted to say was yesterday I ran for the first time, and it was like 2 miles or so that we ran, and it felt so good because naturally for me running feels really good, especially if I'm not pushing myself too hard. But my reflux came back just a little bit right at the end of the run, and I don't know if it's because I pushed myself a little too hard just because I haven't ran in a while. Sometimes the reflux symptoms tend to come back, so I try to avoid them as much as possible. But I found that really interesting, and I have heard of people have commented to me that when they exercise, they find that they also get some type of reflux or their symptoms back when they over-exercise. And if you look it up online, it even says that stress is a big factor to creating these type of issues or even these types of autoimmune issues. A lot of times it could be stress turned into trauma that can really hinder someone and can really get them to those autoimmune issues. And honestly, it's something that not a lot of doctors really look into. So I think it wasn't until I actually worked with a functional doctor, a functional medicine doctor, that she told me that stress could be a big factor. If I stress a lot, it could really trigger that. And she really got me thinking from then on, I really need to be able to control everything that I am saying, everything that I'm thinking, because that's what's hurting me. Okay, so we're also gonna have some Ezekiel bread. This is my last slice. I really need to go grocery shopping. Oh no, this slice is really tiny. Okay guys, so this is my breakfast. I have the eggs with the zucchini and cauliflower. You can probably hear my dog drinking water in the back because she's having breakfast too. The Ezekiel bread with a little bit of strawberry jam and the jicama, because I know that I'm not going to really get filled up if I just have the bread and the eggs, but with the jicama it's really going to fill me up, especially because of the water content. So that is my breakfast for today. Okay, so what I wanted to show you guys was I have a refound discovery that's really good for your gut health, and it's really good if you like crunchy things. So this is called a jicama. So jicama, I don't know how you say it in English. Jicama is kind of like a root. It usually has like a long root coming out from the side. This is what it looks like on the side. It's kind of like brownish. But what you do is you eat the inside and you cut it up into little squares. I love this. I love putting a little bit of salt in there. Usually if I didn't have any big triggers, or if I, was a little bit more healed, I would have tahini in it and lemon. Tahini's kind of like a powder with like paprika and salt and like all these different spices that are really good. Okay, so my camera's failing me for some reason, but here is the footage from yesterday's lunch that I really wanted to show you. This is a lunch that I have often, and it's pretty much just raw carrot and celery and a little bit of onion cut up very tiny, very finely. And I mix it with some type of tuna. Usually I put mayonnaise in the tuna with salt and pepper, and then I pretty much just put it in some type of bread. Alright guys, so it's dinner time, and I am actually going to be using the same vegetables that I used from yesterday's lunch that I just showed you. Now, the onion is up to you, because I know for a lot of people it can be very inflammatory, although it can be very good for your health at the same time. So again, it all goes back to what your trigger foods are. So for me, the onion's fine for me if I don't use too much. So yeah, I know I talked to you guys about earlier today about how stress can be such a big factor when it comes to healing your autoimmune diseases or just your diseases in general. And I've always find it kind of hard for me to figure out like what exactly can help me. And after my meeting, I was just listening to a podcast, and they talk about how grounding yourself is a huge way that you can reduce stress. And what grounding is for a lot of people, it's literally taking your shoes off, taking your socks off, and walking in grass, walking on the actual ground without any type of shoe. There's something about grounding. I don't know the scientific terms and all the scientific stuff yet, but I know that there's something that has to do with grounding that really helps you calm down. The next thing that I've learned that has really helped people when it comes to stress has also been theta waves, or binaural beats, I believe they're called. And what they are pretty much is, you could go on YouTube, I'll link some down below for you guys to help you guys out, but what you can do is you can listen to these things. So binaural beats are like these beats that are set as certain frequencies, and they can help you in different ways. So one of the ways that a lot of people have reduced their stress is by listening to a specific frequency, which is 6 hertz, I believe. 6 hertz binaural beats. Just look that up and then that will come up, and a lot of people often kind of sit there and listen to that. You usually want to put your headphones on in order to really get the full experience, but that really calms people down a lot of the times, especially if you're kind of going off of an anxiety attack or something similar to that sort. So I used to listen to ASMR all the time. I actually haven't listened to it in a while, and it used to be something that I always looked forward to doing because it really calmed me down at the end of the day. So yeah, those are some things that I kind of wanted to share with you guys, because I know that it can be kind of hard, especially when you're in the moment and you're already stressed. It can be hard to figure out exactly what can help you. Okay, I'm putting all of the veggies in the pan with some olive oil. Okay, so our turkey's cooked for the most part. I'm gonna be adding some pepper on top of this, some salt, and I forgot I have a mix of seasonings. This one is rosemary, thyme, and oregano. I had some leftover rice, so I added the turkey right next to it, kind of like a half and half situation. Rice is perfect because it's also kind of more of a bland food, and it will really help with your irritation. I really like to combine these two, and these really fill me up. So this is my dinner for the day. Okay, so that's gonna be it for this video. I kind of wanted to show you guys my breakfast, my lunch, and my dinner. Very simple ideas, very quick, very easy, especially when it comes to ingredients. I pretty much use the same ingredients but switched up the protein on the last two recipes. And I'm telling you guys, this is what makes it so easy for me to eat this way. So I'm gonna get to eating before I have to get back to work, and I will see you guys on my next video. Bye! Also, before I forget, there is a free guide down below that I created for you guys. This is the guide that I have been talking to you guys about in the past couple videos. So if you are new here, follow that guide. Make sure you go ahead and read it to learn a little bit more about what healing your stomach lining is all about. Okay, I'll see you guys on my next one. Bye.